What's going on, everybody? So, this Saturday, the Florida Gators cannot lose. They enter this Saturday at 4-3, and I guarantee they can't lose because they play nobody. So, I want to give some updates and some news and my thoughts on some of the things that have happened this past week. And I want to start off with one kind of, not really a big bombshell, but a recruit in the 2023 class did decommit. It is Creed Whittemore. He was a 4-star athlete. I think they downgraded him to like a 3-star, but I really liked his upside. You know, he actually, now he committed to Mississippi State, which I think that gives him a better shot at playing quarterback. And I think that's really ultimately what he wanted. And I do not think the Florida Gators were going to even give him a shot at quarterback. But, you know, it sucks, you know, because, you know, Trent Whittemore, a Florida Gator, you know, you were hoping to get his brother in, but, you know, things just didn't work out, and he commits to Mississippi State. Josh Braun, an offensive lineman for the Florida Gators. He's currently right now with the Florida Gators still, but he is expected to transfer, or he has announced he is transferring. It sucks, but that's what college football is now. You're going to have recruits flip, you're going to lose recruits, you're going to gain recruits, you're going to lose players to the transfer portal. That's just how it is. You know, it sucks losing those guys, but it happens. That's just how college football is now. You know, a lot of people are saying that, oh, the Florida Gators are going to lose a lot more because, you know, what's going on? You know, the Florida Gators are 4-3 on the season. No, they may lose some guys here and there, but it's not going to be because of how the season has played out right now. You know, it's still a first-year head coach. It's still a lot of things trying to get sorted out. You know, I know a lot of people are not happy with the 4-3 start. You see it all over social media. People are upset. They want to fire this guy, fire that guy. No, don't fire anybody yet. You know, it's still way too early. Listen, you know, Patrick Toney, I get his defense is pretty much a vanilla defense. There's nothing like outstanding, like there's nothing good about it. Like there's no complex defense. But if you look at the players the Florida Gators have got, you can't really do anything complex with the guys that Patrick Toney has got. You know, that's what he's working with. He's trying to play true freshman, and he's playing them in key moments. But you know, you still have to play a lot of the players that you didn't recruit and that have been a poor defense for years. So, you know, I mean, it sucks, but, you know, you can't say, you know, fire Patrick Toney. Okay, maybe his defense is not the greatest, and it's not, and I think he will agree, but, you know, when you got those players that he's got, man, sometimes it's just, some of these guys need to make a play every now and then, especially, you know, defensively. Somebody needs to step up. You know, you see Venture Miller out there trying his best. You know, I believe Patrick Toney goes up to Venture Miller like, what is it? Coach Klein went up to the water boy, Bobby Boucher. He said, what did he tell him in that? He said, hey, Bobby, I think you're going to have to do this all by yourself because there's nobody on this team that's any good. And I believe he's telling Venture Miller that because really, who else out there on defense? I mean, you got a couple of guys, but, you know, I just thought about that line the other day. I'm like, you know, because defensively, I thought the defensive backs would play a lot better than what they have. But it's been, you know, very inconsistent. You'll have a good game out of one and then a poor game out of the next. It's just, you know, it's frustrating, and I get that it's frustrating. Florida Gator fans, you want to go back to, you know, the mid 2000s when the Florida Gators were great. That's not happening right now at this point in time, you know, and recruiting is a huge thing. And, you know, some big recruiting news has came out this past week. Cormani McClain has moved up his commitment date. And I told you, he was going to commit in the next week or two. And it's really right on point with what I said. October 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern time, Cormani McClain will be announcing where he will, you know, attend his 3 to 4 years of college football. You know, we all think it's going to be, you know, 3 years. This guy's going to probably be a three year and done. This dude is going to be a day one starter, without a doubt. Whenever he comes in, whichever school he chooses, it's down to 3 right now. Of course, all signs are pointing to Florida right now. No, but it is Florida, Alabama, and Miami. But I really believe the Florida Gators really, I think unless they screw it up up until October 27th. But it's a week, 1 week until we get that announcement from Cormani McClain, and I'm hoping some good news. And man, I'm telling you, Florida Gator Twitter, all of it, Instagram will blow up if the Florida Gators can land Cormani McClain. I expect it, but hey, you never know with recruiting. You never know what these guys are going to do. But the remaining 5 games for the Florida Gators is going to be rough. You know, the next opponent that the Florida Gators face, we all know, on October 29th, the Georgia Bulldogs. So you're starting your 5-game stretch to end the season already on a rough one. And, you know, do I expect the Florida Gators to win? No, but I really expect the Florida Gators to really, I guess, take advantage of this bye week and really game plan and really come up with something that can give the Georgia Bulldogs fits and make this a game. Don't get blown out like you were last year when the game was over by the second quarter. I think the Florida Gators can at least do a little bit on offense, and I do not think the Georgia Bulldogs are as stout like they were last year. So I think the Florida Gators can make it more of a game, but you know, do I see the Florida Gators winning? No, but hey, you never know. It is college football. Georgia has slipped up here and there, but I really do think Georgia is going to be ready. I really think they're going to take full advantage of their bye week as well because they'd play nobody this weekend. And, you know, I really think Georgia's going to utilize their tight ends a lot against Florida. But, you know, the remaining 4 after Georgia, Florida on the road to Texas A&M. South Carolina comes to the Swamp. Florida does play Vanderbilt, probably their easiest opponent of these 5 games. And then Florida goes on the road to Florida State. So it's a rough remaining 5 games for the Florida Gators. And, you know, these 5 games are going to be telling. But, you know, however it plays out, I'm not going to freak out. You know, by year 1, a lot of people are still, you know, backing Billy Napier. And, you know, I have seen progress. I would like to see him be a little more aggressive at the end of first halves. You know, you have the ball and you have 2 minutes and, you know, you're not really, what is it? The scare money don't make money. Sometimes you got to go, you know, you live by that saying. And sometimes I would like for him to be more aggressive at the end of first halves. I think that's, you know, sometimes a wasted opportunity. And he's done that multiple times. I want to see, you know, in these 5 games, if that's changed, if he has that opportunity, if he's more aggressive at the end of the first half. I like to see defensively. You know, I'm not going to say anything complex, but, you know, I wonder if there'll be changes to the defensive alignment. Maybe not have your corners backed up 10 to 12 yards off the receiver to give them a free hitch, a free slant when it's wide open. You know, I would like to see that, but, you know, I get that these guys, these coaches are not working with a lot, especially on the defensive side. They're working with, you know, leftovers from the previous staff, and that defense was not very good with what the previous staff had at Florida. So, you know, it's a process. I know people hate hearing that, you know, and people get me frustrated at times because I get frustrated. I'm like, dude, what are we doing right now? But I also see where Patrick Toney and his defense, he's got guys in the right spots, but the guys can't execute. They can't make that play. Patrick Toney, he can't go out there and make that tackle for the guys. So, you know, there has been times where, man, sometimes the players are just not that great right now, you know, and I'm willing to give it time, get Billy Napier's guys in, get Patrick Toney's guys in, you know, and get all these players in that they like, that they wanted for their system, and see how it pans out. So, you know, yes, I get frustrated throughout the season. I get frustrated on my live videos, but, you know, at the end of the day, I get that all this, especially this rough time right now, you know, 4 Gators are 4-3. I don't like it, but, you know, we'll look back on this, I believe, one day and go, man, remember that? I don't think we're going to see that for a while. So, hey, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning into my channel and watching this. But don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.